budget speech seriously, if you are serious as socialist people that we want to unify ourselves, we have to do it practically, not to talk, the talk shows are not working. Because really, there is this organization on the ground, there is that, but in the guy, and they're serious enough to look at that thing and then we can change it. We can defeat this system because we've got powers of defeating this system.
Of the national platform, we need to take initiative in terms of pushing forward. Although we see yes, because it's only the document that is owned by the ANC party, which is some of the members of this political parties are the shares of these medical aid schemes. So we need to document it, address the issues of the health system, because our health system is overridden with diseases, I can mention. And we should also to look at issues of decent employment for nurses that are working under huge begging and doctors, all that stuff. And also the issues of poor conditions that all these nurses are working under. I think Congress, we need to take forward this national health reform in terms of engaging with the communities, because it's going to affect us as poor citizens, because we need to pay the tax and the others that get paid more. So we need to take forward from this. Also, this new growth path calls for solidarity, sacrifice, partnership in achieving higher and more equitable growth. So we need to learn for many two experiences. The issue of local government, failure of service delivery, our local government, the national skills development strategy, the small businesses support, but in terms of if we are pushing this, we need to stand in solidarity.
We cannot engage a top-down structure. So the only way we can actually get success is by creating what happened to Mubarak, and that's what is at this point in time happening to what's his name, Muammar Gaddafi. That's the only way we're going to see a way forward.
The city of Cape Town is saying that there's no land available for houses in Cape Town. They stipulated it, but they actually giving land to people to build factories in the airport industry area. It is noticed in the newspaper this morning that they are actually going to sell land to the private industries, but they still tell us there's no land for housing. So we have to stand up in solidarity and say to this government, enough is enough.
Every year we meet like this, discussing the budget. Sometimes we go to Parliament and all civil society will stand in Parliament saying we need monitoring, evaluation, all those things. You know, every year we are going to be sitting like this, and we will never be satisfied until we take action. Yes. And action must start now. There is local government coming. We are going to vote for councillors who are doing nothing for our community. From your community. Start it from there, because that is where you are not satisfied. And then you go provincial, and then you go national. You know, where are we going from now? Where to? Also, the jobs that they are talking about are the jobs that are abusing our youth. Because they will say this is a job and you must open a bank account. That bank account is going to deduct from you. Yes. When that money you go and draw it from the bank, some is deduct. You're making the banks, they are making the banks more richer than us poor people.
I think we've been lied to, we've been patronized, we've been stolen from, and if that doesn't get us fighting, I don't know what else will. And a lot of people here will make a reference to Egypt to say that, you know, Egypt has done this, Tunisia, whoever, but I think if it's just an issue of changing personnel, like Umzonge was saying, changing a driver off the bus, and yet we still have the same vehicle. It's a matter of overthrowing a whole system and bringing to another system. Because if we're moving within the same system, and then it becomes problematic. And I think what has happened post-94 is that it has managed to take us somehow. Because we had the power to overthrow apartheid, but however, somehow we seem to be and bad mouthing ANC should kill you.
Telling you,
Tell you that
my
she no
mother.
longer carries a pass, and the person responsible for that is the ANC. So now we've got that issue of loyalty amongst us, that even when we are being lied to and stolen from by the people that we've entrusted to in power to protect us, we seem to turn a blind eye. And I don't want this, because people seem to think that this Tunisia thing is a fashion thing now, that we want to be like Tunisia, Egypt. Yes, we do, but we don't want to change personnel. We're not in the business of being polite and being liked. We're being stolen from, we're being patronized, we're being lied to. What do we do? Talk shows, we've been doing this forever. I'm in line with Umama. The thing is, what are we doing now? What happens? We're talking about child social funding, we're talking 10 rands, what else? We know you cannot raise a child from 260 rand.
No.
It just doesn't happen, you can't do that. And the whole issue of social grants and youth sitting around the corner, and no one can sit here. All they have is fancy policies, fancy programs that never reach the people they say it's intended to. And when they do these fancy budgets, I'm sure it's in a glossy paper somewhere, looking very beautiful. They've even outsmarted the business sector on how beautiful these documents that are sent to us are. That doesn't talk to us people on the ground. So this is the time for us to say what it is that you wanted to do. Go back, if it means pre-1994 in terms of the mentality to actually be radical. And then let's go back to that. I'm not suggesting we go back to apartheid, not in any way, but that power that we had then to overthrow that system is the same power we need to overthrow this current system from the people that we entrusted to actually protect us. Because the